Good morning, students. Mr. Lee here. Happy Friday. By now, I hope you've been working through your classwork on your motion and energy unit page here. I have your shortcuts. Hopefully you saw this video here about the speed and distance time graph. If you didn't, you can click this assignment and the video is right there with it. This is just first period, but it looks like 9 of you still need to do that. So hopefully we can get that done. This is probably the most difficult one of all the little activities here because I'm asking you to do your own graph on graph paper. If you don't have graph paper, remember, you can still do it. You can use regular paper and draw a vertical and horizontal line and try to do your best with your spacing, keeping them equal distance apart. Or you can do a search and find graph paper online and print it off. When you get your graph done, I'd like you to attach it to your assignment when you turn it in. I bet you Dougie, I'm sure, yep, has done that. Let's take a look. Hope you don't mind, Doug. Here's his picture of his graph. So he turned in his assignment and his picture. There's a picture of his graph, which is perfect. And I basically want you to see the shapes that the graph takes. So here we can see that this line is steep. So that means whatever this object is going very fast. Here it's horizontal, so we have no motion and it's at rest. So do your best to really try and make that graph on your own. If you're having extreme troubles, don't worry about it, but I would like you to try and get that complete. And turn these in when you are finished. All right? Then we had our speed practice problems. And this is just reviewing how to use our formula, speed equals distance divided by time. Right here. So, if a car travels at 300 kilometers in 6 hours, what's the average speed? Well, the distance is 300. Very good, because km stands for kilometers, or 1,000 meters. And we're going to divide that by the time of 6 hours, and that's going to equal 50 kilometers per hour. How about the next one? What is the speed of the jet plane that flies 7,200 kilometers in 9 hours? Same thing. What is the distance? Very good. 7,200 kilometers divided by the 9 hours is going to equal 800. That is correct. And we always want to put the distance that we measured in kilometers divided by the time that we measured in. In this case, it was hours. So this is just practicing using the formula. Okay? If you have any questions about these ones down below, if some of them really bothered you, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll be happy to explain those. And then we had our Edpuzzle. You guys should know how to do that. Easy peasy. Roller coaster. How fun is this? You get to go on a roller coaster and build your own roller coaster. Here's mine. Would you like to see it go? Notice how the potential energy is greater as we get to the top of the hill. At the bottom of the hill, our kinetic energy is greater. And your goal is to try and get it inside this little exit ramp here safely and not crashing in. I did it.
Great job. You are able to convert potential energy into enough kinetic energy to make a fun roller coaster by having enough track, hills, and loops to create enough friction to eventually bring your car to a safe stop.
How fun is that? And you can turn that in right here. There's a question, though, I want you to answer. There's a discussion question. Please answer that question when you turn this assignment in. Okay? Last thing I want you to do before you get all these things done, or after you get all of these things done in level 1, some of you guys were doing this before, which doesn't make sense. This is your little checkout. I want to know how you're doing. So this is in progress book. Do not complete that, however, until you have all of these things done. Most of you by now are getting finished up, which is fantastic. If some of you are not and you need some more time, feel free, take over the weekend, Monday even. But we're going to start a new unit next week, and I'm going to also establish some office hours, which will be from 10 a.m. To 11 or 12. I'll be here every day. And if you have a question about any of the activities I post, the easiest way probably will be just to email me. We are also going to try a online meeting with an app called Zoom, which I will probably post a video on how to get that on your computers. And that's going to enable us to have a virtual classroom where hopefully I can see all of you and we'll have a class discussion about rocks and minerals starting next week. Okay, guys, stay safe. Email me if you have any questions.